Alrighty, so I got about 4 hours of sleep last night, and I am ready to go to bed, but hey, gotta upload at some point. I mean, I really don't have to, because I don't get paid for this. I still want to have at least some sort of consistent schedule, you know, upload at least once, or not once a week, but twice a week probably. I used to be daily uploading, but for some reason when I upload less frequently, the videos have done better recently, so I don't know if YouTube algorithm is really random and weird and I don't understand it at all, but I'm just going with it. And also really quick, thanks to everyone that decided to watch my previous 2 videos. Those are 2 of my most viewed videos on the channel. I think they're like at 3rd and 4th place actually, so thank you. Time to record this one and then just yeet myself into bed, knock myself out, and get some sleep. And what we're doing today is we're going to rank Warframes off of how well they will do at baseball. Completely random, I know, but we're going with it. Gotta do something different. Now, before we start, I just want to set a ground rule, which is that we're not going to be counting invis. I think invisibility is something that's just, it's completely unfair. You can't really manage it, because I think a problem with it is that you can't tell if the frame actually hit the base or not. Like, let's say they get a hit while batting. You would not be able to tell if they got to first base or not. They would have no problem stealing a base. They would not even have to hit all the bases. They could just go straight for home, and you would not be able to confirm or deny that they did. So I'm just not including invis in this discussion. We're just banning it. But anyway, let's go ahead and start off with our first frame, which is Ash. Looking at his abilities, got Shuriken. Now, for also sake of discussion, baseball, it's completely indestructible and it's counted as an enemy. It can be affected by abilities and targeted by abilities, etc. So a Shuriken, I feel like this could imply that Ash is actually pretty good at throwing a baseball, because if he can throw a Shuriken pretty well, he can probably throw a baseball pretty well. Smoke screen, that's banned. We're not allowing that. Teleport, oh, that could be pretty useful. I mean, let's say that like he doesn't have to teleport to a target, he can just kind of teleport anywhere out. Oh, this is so confusing. Like, should I say that he has to target another player or the baseball? All right, he just has the ability to teleport, so he could make it, he could be pretty quick around the field, and also he could teleport to a base really quickly. Actually, that's pretty good. Blade Storm, I don't think much could be done with that. So he can teleport around the field and he can throw pretty well. So I have the tiers right here. They're literally described in them. So Ash, I feel like throwing a ball pretty well. He can teleport around the field a lot. I feel like that might be MLB already. Obviously, we don't know how good he is at batting, but if he hits a ball, gets on the field, it's good. He could teleport to bases, no problem. Also, he could catch a ball, no problem, probably, because he could just teleport straight to it. Does teleport have verticality? I mean, you teleport to a target, so it probably has some verticality. But yeah, I feel like those are some pretty good abilities. So next up, we got Atlas. Let's see what Atlas does. Landslide. You know, for the sake of, again, just having some consistency, we'll say that abilities that require a target, you don't need to have a target anymore, so we'll think of using them freely. So Landslide, I guess he could kind of dash around a bit. Tectonics, creating a wall, that's not useful at all. Petrify, it's literally not showing right now. Okay, there we go. Fossilizing, that's not useful. Rumblers, what would the Rumblers be able to do though? I mean, I would think of having them as like more players, but can they even catch a ball? Could they even throw a ball very well? I don't think so. So he's got Landslide for, I guess, dashing, and that's about it. Maybe his Rumblers could get the baseball wedged in between them. So I won't put him in useless, I'll put him in decent at least. You can maybe do something at least. All right, Banshee. I don't even really know what Banshee does. Sonic Boom pushes targets. Are we allowing pushing a player out of the way? I think that's like an illegal move, because in regular baseball that would not be allowed. You're not allowed to push a player like that. I mean, this is not regular baseball at all. But Sonar, that's not really doing anything. Silence, that's not really doing anything. I mean, I guess she could technically stun the baseball, so that's easier to hit when batting, or easier to catch maybe if it goes to her. Soundquake, that ain't doing anything. Okay, we'll try to be kind to her. We'll say that she can stun the baseball with silence, and I will allow for easier batting or easier catching. So she's decent, at least she has some use, but that's it. All right, Baruch, elude, so that's dodging. That's not too needed. I guess if the pitcher accidentally throws the ball at Baruch while he's batting, he could dodge it. That's about it. Lull, I don't know. Again, does this affect the baseball? I guess if I count silence being able to stop the baseball, I should count Lull as well. All right, Desolate Hands, I don't think that's doing much. And Serene Storm, that's also not doing a lot. So he pretty it just has lull. He's basically in the same boat as Banshee, so we'll put him in C tier. Alright, Caliban. This should be interesting. Razor Gyre, that's pretty decent. He can move around the field pretty quickly. That's useful for retrieving the ball or getting to other bases. Sentient Wrath. I guess he could stun the ball again. Now this one's the interesting one. The summons. How would the summons affect the baseball though? Because you could technically have more players on the field, but again, can they catch? That's a question that I don't really know the answer to. And then as for, I don't think that's doing much. I guess he can armor strip the baseball. Yeah, that ain't doing much. I mean, if the summons can't catch the ball very well, they can at least hit it to someone, give a good ground ball, or maybe they would be a good batter for Caliban actually. Nonetheless, he at least has Razor Gyre and Sentient Wrath. That's pretty good. Like he'll be at least in good tier. Maybe MLB tier. It's hard to tell because Ash can just straight up teleport. That's really useful. Alright, Chroma. What does this guy even do? I don't remember much. Spectral Scream. That's not doing anything. I can't even see the title of this. It's off the screen. I know that's Elemental Ward. I don't think that's doing anything. Vex Armor. That's not doing anything. Effigy. That's not doing anything either because he's just staying in place. It's literally the worst summon possible. Yeah, Chroma. Chroma might be a D tier. I don't think he provides anything to the team. Alright, Citrine. What you got? Fractured Blast. I don't think that's doing much. Preserving Shell. That's not doing anything. Prismatic Gem. I don't think that's doing anything either. Crystallize. Like, I guess you could sort of stun the baseball, but at the same time, it's so slow. What about our passive? I forgot to look at passives, actually. No, that's not doing anything. Well, let me check other characters' passives just in case. Okay, hold on. Chroma has, like, an additional jump. That could actually be pretty useful. He can maybe catch balls that would normally be a home run. So that's actually pretty useful. He's got at least something. Okay. Caliban, yours is that budget adaptation. That's right. Baruch. That is to do with dodging. Banshee. Hush weapon noises. That's not doing anything. Atlas. Immune to knockdown. That's not doing anything. Ash. Slash status. Nope. Okay, so Citrine. I think Citrine might be D tier. I don't think she's providing much. Okay, Sight 09. Seek. That's not doing anything. Oh, first off, passive. Weak point kills. Yeah, that's not doing a lot. Resupply. That's not doing anything. Evade. If we were counting invis, that would be good, but we're not. Neutralize. I also don't think that's really doing anything. I mean, he could be the water boy if resupply provided Gatorade or water to the team, but otherwise that's a D tier. He's not providing anything to the team really. Daggett, passive. That's not working anywhere. Okay, word slives. They at least slow enemies, so you could at least slow the baseball. I know I'm not talking about the effects of like what this could do on a runner, but again, I think that's kind of an illegal play to affect a runner like that, or a player like that, I should say, because baseball is just about basically if you're a batter, you're trying to avoid the ball. You know, really the enemy is your ball. That sounds weird. The enemy is the baseball, basically, in baseball, or the ally. So I'm not really considering effects on players, unless it's something that like buffs an ally's speed or something like that. Doom, that's not doing much. Extra crit damage, that's not doing anything. Senkai's, that's not doing anything either, really. So I guess she's got word size at least to slow the baseball. Hey, Dante, he's got Noctua. Oh, passive. I guess he could scan the baseball. That's not doing anything. Noctua, not doing anything. Light verse? No. Dark verse? No. And final verse? No. Man, there's actually quite a few frames that do not really provide much value. Obviously, you guys can correct me in the comments. Here's what your thoughts of these frames are as I go along. Man, holy essay Ember's got. Okay. Passive, that's not doing anything. Fireball, I guess she could be at least a good pitcher, or at least good at throwing balls. I should probably really be saying baseball. Immolation, armor isn't doing anything, or damage reduction isn't doing anything. Fire blast, no. Inferno, no. So I guess if nothing else, she's got a good throwing arm at the very least. Okay, Equinox. Gosh, what all does she do again? Passive, no effect. Metamorphosis, nothing. Rest and rage. I guess you could put the baseball to sleep. Ability strength, that's not doing anything really. And Mend and Maim isn't doing anything. Okay, so I guess she's again C tier. Man, there's a lot of frames in just C tier. Excalibur. Okay, right. Passive deals with swords. Oh, slash dash. This could be great for movement. Assuming he's got a lot of like range on, he could be flowing all over the baseball field. Radial blind. Can't really blind the baseball because it doesn't have vision. Although here I am talking about stunning it. And yeah, okay, whatever. Radial javelin. I don't think that matters too much. And exalted blades. So I guess he's got pretty good movement and he could be a pretty good batter actually. So I guess it's kind of like Ash, except instead of being good at throwing, he's good at batting. So you know, I'll put him right next to Ash. There you go. Who's next? Frost. Okay. Okay. He's got freeze, so I guess I could, again, relate to throwing a baseball. Passive, nothing useful. Ice wave, and pretty slow to activate. Snow globe, that could maybe be decent for catching the ball. And then avalanche, that's not doing much. Okay, so we'll say he's good at throwing and he's pretty good at catching with snow globe. I think that'll put him in B tier. Gara, shattered lash, so I guess this could be throwing or batting. Passive, doesn't matter. Splinter storm, doesn't matter. Spectrage, doesn't matter. The ring, I don't think the ring will do anything really. If anything, it would be more of a detriment because you would block the baseball. So I guess, again, throwing and batting. So we'll say B tier for her. Okay, Garuda. Passive, doesn't matter. Dreadmere, so for the orb, Garuda's really got a good throwing arm. I mean, have you seen how she throws that orb? She eats that thing. She's going to give them the surprise fastball special.
Launching dog!
What the fuck does launching dog?
Blood Altar, I don't think that's doing much. Bloodletting, that's not doing anything. Seeking Talent, also not really doing it. Oh, I forgot, the Mirror, it absorbs damage, so I guess she could maybe be good at catching the ball then, depending on how it works. I'm not thinking too deeply about this, okay, but it's a silly tier list. It doesn't matter to take this too serious. So I guess she could be good at catching, and she's a really good pitcher. She's got a mean throwing arm, so I'll probably put her in B tier, because again, the thing with Ash and Excal is that they're really fast, and Ash is really good at throwing. Excal is really good at batting, so you're definitely going to want them on your team. Goss, a speedy boy, but does he have much else besides being a speedy boy? Don't really think so. He's just a speedy boy, but speed is very useful. Probably put him in B tier because Ash can literally just teleport, and Excal with range, he can actually go pretty dang fast in just one swipe. Goss he's only fast. Don't know how good he is at throwing, don't know how good he is at batting. Grendel would become the baseball. Really though, I guess he could eat the baseball and that would count as catching it. So passive, doesn't matter. Nourish, nothing. Pulverize, he can go pretty fast in pulverize at least. And regurgitate, so I guess he can catch pretty well, he can go pretty fast, and he can throw pretty well. So where would that put it? I guess again just B tier. I don't know if I'm being too strict with A tier. Thinking of A tier as like they're insane, like you really want them. B tier is like, yeah, you'll definitely have them on your team, but A tier is like, oh yeah, they're like first priority outside of, you know, the cheating tier. Gyra, I don't know, she throws some balls. She would be pretty good at bowling. Passive, nothing there. I thought Grayson Rotor Swell isn't really doing anything, so I guess all that she has is maybe she's got a decent arm, so I guess just C tier. Haro, or Harrow, however you say it. Passive, no. Condemn, guess you can maybe chain the ball. Penance, that ain't doing anything. Thurible, the Ribble, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Covenant also does not matter, so I guess only thing he can really do is chain up the ball. So I guess that's still at least something. So C tier. Hildren, passive, doesn't matter. Balefire, that's not doing anything. Pillage, not doing anything. Haven, not doing anything. But Aegis Storm is where we get kind of interesting. She's not that fast, but she at least has some verticality to her. I don't know, how is this C tier or is this D tier, because she's so slow in Aegis Storm. Although I guess she would catch the ball pretty dang easily, so I guess, yeah, okay, C tier. She's got at least something of use. She'd be a good catcher. All right, Hydroid, what you got? Passive, doesn't matter. Is Tempest Barrage, no. Tidal Surge, I mean, I guess you go faster while in it, but Blender, armor, doesn't matter. Tentacle Swarm, I guess they would be pretty good at catching the ball for you, and it's got a pretty good radius, so again, a good catcher. Naros, what does a Naros do? Passive, not useful. Desiccation, that's the pocket sand, does not mean he's a good thrower. Sandstorm, he pulls enemies into it. Guess that could be good again for catching. Scarab Shell, doesn't matter. Scarab Swarm also doesn't matter. So again, he's just a catcher. Now thinking about this, I might put Hildren and Hydroid at B tier because they can catch pretty dang easily. Like they've got a pretty good radius on their catching abilities. Up next, Avara. Oh boy, I already don't think you provide anything, do you? Zipline doesn't matter. Sleep, Cloak, we can't go invis. Navigator, that's projectile launch by Avara. So wait, if Avara gets a bat off, can she just control the ball into the stadium or out of the park? Artemis Bow and Prowl aren't doing anything, but Navigator, could she just, again, we're getting into technicalities because earlier I said the baseball is counted as an enemy. But in the description of this, it's any projectile launched by Avara. I want to count the baseball as a projectile launched by Avara. I'm doing it. I'm counting it. So I guess in that case, she might be A tier. But she can just bat the ball out of the park. That's pretty dang good. I don't know about free win because I don't know how good she is at batting. But if she gets a hit, it's going to be a home run. All right, Jade. What you got, Jade? Passive. Yeah, you got the double aura mods. Judgments. That doesn't matter. Light judgment. Not doing anything. That's strength, damage increase, and shields per second. I don't think that's doing anything either. Open them eyes. That's not really. I guess glory on high. Again, she can fly. That might be pretty good for catching a ball again. If there's a pop up, you'd be able to potentially grab it. A hit that would be a home run could maybe be prevented. So she's got at least something. So C tier. Okay, Cora. Passive. She's got a speed boost, I guess. Whip claw. Would this convert to batting? I guess she could just whip call the ground near her, and when the ball reaches her, the radius of the whip call would hit the baseball away. On snare, I guess she could ensnare the baseball. Binary, I don't think that's doing too much. Strangle dome, that could catch the ball very easily. I mean, this thing's got a pretty good grab radius. I think I'll put her in B tier. That sounds reasonable. Kume, oh boy. How long do baseball games normally go on? What, a few hours? So she'll be able to get a lot of decrees. Question is, how would all the decrees affect her? Oh boy, I don't even know how to rank her with all of her decrees. Right, she's got the thread, she's got that. I'm not bothering to try to pronounce any of these words. I guess she's really just got, oh, okay, that traps enemies, so that would basically trap the baseball. And then she's got where her decrees are. The decrees add so much. I guess I'm just going with B tier because I don't know what all the decrees are off the top of my head. Okay, Calervo. I mean, this guy's going to have a power swing on a baseball bat, that's for sure. Wrathful Advance, he'd be able to teleport, so already teleporting. He's got one heavy swing. He is sending that to the fences. Recompose, no. Collective Curse, no. Storm of Uko, also no. Yeah, I mean, he's A tier. He's basically another Ash/Excalibur. Okay, Lavos, I don't even know what you do. What do you do? Passive, doesn't matter. Ophidian Bite, that's the lash thing, right? Yeah, Bile Rush. Guess he's got another kind of dash-like ability. Transmutation Probe. That's not really doing anything. Catalyze, that's also not really doing anything. I guess he kind of just has a dash, so I guess he's got at least something. Okay, Limbo. Honestly, I thought about Limbo earlier on, so, and before I even talk much more, he's already in cheating. Reason is because Banish, he could literally just banish the baseball out of this plane of existence while he's the pitcher, and then the batter literally cannot hit the ball. So he's a pitcher that's just going to get all strikes, assuming he can pitch well. Or I guess if he's a batter, he gets a hit, he's trying to go to the bases, he can just banish the ball from the enemy's hands, and then they can't throw it to each other. So yeah, that's pretty much cheating. He's got the cheat card. He is in S tier. Hey, Loki, an invis guy. Does he do much else? Passive, that doesn't matter. Hologram. Let's see, he's got the decoy, invis, switch. So I guess he can basically teleport again. That'd be good while running. Radial disarm. I guess he's got at least a little bit of a teleport basically, so he's at least got something, so C tier. Hey, Meg. Passive. I guess a baseball would kind of gravitate towards her. That'd be handy. She's got pull. That would help for catching the ball. Magnetize. If she magnetizes an enemy, are they unable to throw the ball? That could be pretty crazy actually. Polarize, doesn't matter. Crush also doesn't matter too much, but that magnetize and pull, and she's got a good passive. I'm putting her in A tier. Yep, that's right, she's got some good stuff. Okay, Mesa, thought about this earlier as well, and before I talk much more, she's already going in S tier. Reason for that is Peacemaker. She's dead accurate, so I'll have no problem with batting, and on top of that, again, this is maybe kind of a stretch, but this is just a made up scenario anyway, so like again, this tier list is not that serious, but Mesa's Peacemaker can actually target enemies that are banished. So he's basically the only counter to Limbo if Limbo's pitching or if Limbo's batting. I mean, she's just straight up just the only counter to Limbo. So if the enemy team has Limbo, you're going to want Mesa on your team to deal with that. Passive doesn't matter though. Ballistic Battery also doesn't matter. Shooting Gallery, I guess she could stun the ball, make it a little bit easier to bat. But yeah, she's getting S tier because of Peacemaker and how she can literally counter Limbo, and she's the only one that can do that. as far as I'm aware. All right, next, Mirage. She might be pretty good at throwing a ball, actually, with how she throws Prism. Obviously, Prism is really slow, but I mean, she's handling an orb. I guess that's close to a baseball. Eclipse, that's not doing anything. Sleight of hand, it's also not really doing anything. Hall of Mirrors, I guess that could help out maybe a little bit. She does have a decent passive, being able to slide and be a little bit more quick. So I'll give her at least C tier. Necros, what does Necros do? Passive, nothing. Soul Punch.
I got this!
Gosh dang, that's quite the preview. Just send them flying. I don't know if that would really transfer over to batting or pitching or anything much. I guess for the sake of some consistency, we'll say that it transfers over to throwing a ball, maybe? Just punch the ball. Just soul punch the ball over to someone. Okay, Terrify, that doesn't matter. Desecrate, that doesn't matter. Shadows of the Dead, we are not killing anyone, so that's not doing anything. So I guess he's kind of just got Soul Punch. Hey, he can send that baseball flying, so he's got at least something. Neza, again, he can slide. That's pretty useful in baseball. At least something. Firewalker, he does get a speed increase with it. He can throw the ring pretty well, so maybe he's pretty good at throwing a baseball. Warding Halo, I mean, I guess that stuns the baseball when it gets close to him. And Divine Steers, I guess he's got a little bit of utility to him. I think I might put him into B tier. Nidus, passive ain't anything special. His one isn't doing anything. Larva, that could catch the ball pretty well. Parasitic Link, doesn't matter. Ravenous, also not doing anything, but he's got Larva that can be useful. C tier. Noko, passive doesn't matter. Stink Brain, also doesn't matter. I guess it does lull nearby enemies to sleep, so that could stun the baseball or something. Bright Bonnet, that's not really doing anything. Reroute, I guess Noko could become the baseball. But he's got Spore Springs, so he can throw pretty well, at least. So he can throw pretty well. He's got a stun, basically. I'll put that in C tier. Nova, where is she? There she is. Passive doesn't matter. Null Star does not matter. Antimatter Drop, maybe she can throw again pretty well. Wormhole, she can literally teleport, and it's not as convenient as it's a teleport at least. I guess it's maybe not as controllable as like Ash or Calervo, but it's still useful. And allies can take it if need be. Molecular Prime, that is right, she can slow the baseball, so I'll put her in B tier. Do I want to go A tier? I'll go to A tier. Got teleport, can slow the baseball. Does the slow affect the runners? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Is it fair to affect the runners? And she's good at throwing too. That's Nova Prime. That's not who I need. Nyx, not a useful passive. Mind Control. I don't think mind controlling the baseball is going to do much. Psychic Bolts, track and strike nearby enemies. Maybe she's a good thrower. She can maybe be a good pitcher. Chaos, doesn't matter. Absorb, she could probably again be I guess she can maybe throw pretty well with Psychic Bolts and catch pretty well with Absorb. I'll put that in B tier. Alright, Oberon, Goat Man, passive, does not matter. Smite, smiting the baseball is not going to do anything. Hollowed Ground, that's not going to do anything. Renewal, that's not doing anything. Reckoning, and that's also not really doing anything. Man, again, he's a D tier, I think. Octavia, passive doesn't matter. Mallet, it's not really going to do anything. Resonator, no. Metronome's not doing anything. Amp's not doing anything. I guess if I gave, what did I give Gyra? I gave Gyra a C tier because I said she could throw at least. So I guess Octavia can, I guess, throw as well because she throws out Mallet. Again, that's stretching it. That's me trying to be generous. All right, Araxia. That's not doing much. I guess she could leap pretty far with Embrace. That would help for stopping the ball if it's like trying to roll by. And that means that she can at least throw. Okay. I don't think her little scuttlers are going to do anything. Silken Stride. She can at least be fast. She basically has a dash. Okay. I think I'll put her in B tier for that. Okay, Protea. Passive does not matter. Grenade Fan. Protea is pretty good at handling balls, you know? So she'd definitely be an excellent thrower. Blaze Artillery isn't doing anything. Dispensary's not doing anything. Temporal Anchor. I guess she could get tricky and teleport back to a location if need be for some reason. She is a master of balls. That being said, she is probably still probably still C tier because her temporal anchor, I mean, if she has like good control over it, then yeah, she could kind of rewind all over the place, but that would just be really hard to time. Passive, Pentru does not matter. Pillar is not doing anything. Containment Wall, he could maybe catch a baseball with it, although that would be kind of hard because it comes up kind of slowly. The guard against status effects isn't doing anything. Crucible Blast, what, blasting the ball isn't going to do anything. Yeah, He's a D tier. I'm sorry. Hey, Revenant. He might also be a D tier. Let's see. Passive does not matter. Enthrall doesn't matter. Mesmer Skin not doing anything. Reeve, I guess he's got a dash. Dance Macabre does not matter. Where did I put Lavos? Okay, I put Lavos in C tier. So I guess it's only fair to put Revenant in C tier as well. Rhino. Passive isn't doing anything. Rhino Charge, I guess he's got a dash. Iron Skin does not do anything. Roar also does not really do anything. Rhino Stomp, that could stun the ball. So, okay, he's got at least something. I think it's fair to put him in B tier. Saren, what's she got? Passive, nothing. Spores, maybe could throw pretty well. I mean, this thing's got some range to it. She can throw pretty well, I guess. Molt, she does get a speed boost from it. That's something at least. Toxic Glass isn't doing anything. Miasma, that's not doing anything. Okay, I guess she's got a good arm and can go faster. That's at least something. Oh, C tier. By the way, D tier is supposed to be like, they're just basically normal. They don't really have any sort of special tools or abilities or anything to provide. D tier is supposed to be they have at least something. B tier is they have at least something plus maybe a little bit extra. Again, I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on this tier list and where you would rank some frames. I'm open to arguments. Well, not really arguments, just conversation. Yeah, I'm not one to argue much. I like debating, you know. Anyway, Sevagoth, passive, nothing. Reap, I don't think that's doing much. So, I don't think that's doing much. Gloom, I guess he could slow the ball at least. And then Exalted Shadow, okay, I guess he's another C tier. He's got at least something. I maybe should put D tier as at least something of use. And then F tier is nothing special. And then C tier is, I don't know. This ain't easy. Styanax, okay, no passive basically. Throw a Javelin, okay, I guess he can throw pretty well. Arrow Strike, yeah, that's not doing anything. Rally Point, also not really doing anything. Final Stand, no. I guess he's got a good arm, and it's literally nothing else. He just has a good arm. Temple, no passive. Pyrotechnics, that's not doing anything. Overdrive, no. Ripper's Wow, no. Exalted Solo, no. I guess Temple's a D tier as well. Okay, Titania. Titania should be pretty good at least. Oh, she's tiny and fast and flies. Spellblind. Spellblind, she can also stun. That's good. Tribute, holy crap. She can slow. Okay. 3 doesn't really do anything. And of course, Razor Ring, she can fly and go pretty fast in it. So I think that's at least B tier. Do I want to put it in A tier? I don't think quite. To be fair, she has a stun and a slow, but really the slow doesn't matter too much. It'd more so just be the stun. But she's at least pretty fast. You know, that could be handy. Fast and can stun. Right, Trinity, what you got? I guess she has another stand basically with what? Well of Life? Yeah. Energy Vampire ain't doing anything. Link, that's not doing anything. Blessing, that's not doing anything. I don't know, because the stun, they also just become immune, don't they? Maybe not. Okay, I guess she's got a stun. C tier. Uriel, where is he? Oh, he's, okay, wait, what? I had this sorted by name. Why did it go to rank? Right, anyway, Uriel. A passive, so Katanak, I guess is how you say it, maybe? I don't know, man. I speak English, not this German. Snares and slows, that can be useful. Latches onto foes. Scribes demonic runes. Okay, he's got at least a snare and slow. 1, he's got flight, that can be useful. 2 ain't doing anything. 3 ain't doing anything. 4 ain't doing anything. So I guess he's got flight and slow. So because he has at least 2 things, I'll put him in B tier. I think that's fair. Valkyr, she's got Rip Line. Passive doesn't matter. War Cry, Paralysis, she can slow. Okay. Hysteria, that's also not really doing anything. But she's got Rip Line. And if she's accurate, she can Rip Line to the ball. That's pretty good. I'll put that in B tier. What about Bobbin? Passive, no. Tesla Nervous ain't doing much. Tether Coil immobilizes. That can be good. Artillery Strike, that's not doing anything. Capture enemies and suspend them. Okay. So I guess that's about all he's got. Basically just a stun. So C tier. Okay. Volt Shock, that's not doing anything. Doesn't even mean that you can throw very well. Passive, not doing anything. Speed, that's useful. And it can buff allies. That's good. Electric Shield, Discharge, also He's got speed and it can buff allies. So that's really good. I'll put that in B tier. Varuna. So I mean, with her passive, I'm sure she's got good parkour velocity. 2 ain't doing anything. Like has Hunt, also ain't doing anything. 4, I mean, I guess she's just fast. That's about it. So C tier. Wisp. Visionaire, no. The motes that can also, again, buff allies. So fast and buffs allies. Will-O-Wisp, she can basically teleport. Reach Surge, she can stun. Soulgate, that's not also doing anything. So I think I might put her in A tier because she's basically Volt, but got a little bit more. Yeah, I guess she's in MLB. Wukong. Okay, his twin can be pretty useful in this case. A summon that we know should be useful. Cloudwalker, oh, he's fast. That's for sure. Defy, not really doing anything. Primal Fury, I mean, he's got a staff. He can definitely be a good batter. Passive, that's not doing anything. So I guess with all that, he should be, and I might put him in A tier. I'm kind of looking at like Ash and Excal as like the basis for A tier. Very fast because he can teleport. So it's like, while Ash is very fast and can pitch very well, Wukong is very fast, not as fast as Ash, of course. So it's like, yeah, he's slower than Ash, but he can bat pretty well like Excal, and he's got another player. I think that if he didn't have the twin, he would probably be in B tier. Since he's got the twin, he's in A tier. All right, then Zaku, right? Passive, no. Zata's Whisper, no. Grasp of Luck, stealing weapons. Can you technically catch well? Maybe. The Lost. And then he's got his 4. I guess he could be a good catcher. That's about it. So I'll put him Z tier. Oh, not Z tier. C tier. Can catch pretty well with Grasp of Luck. Is that what's called? Yeah. Got Ureli and Zephyr, and then that's it. Ureli. C snares. Maybe can throw pretty well. Can also stun the ball. Passive does not matter. Marulina or Marulina. I guess that can help out with some speed, although it's not that much. Aqua Blade's not doing anything. Riptide. There we go. Can capture the ball like that. So I guess she's at least C tier worthy. Does have a few things to her kit at least. Stun, can catch. Marulina or Marulina can at least help with speed. I'll go B tier. These are not ordered, by the way. And then lastly, we got Zephyr. So she can dash very far, and she's faster while airborne too. So air burst, guess she can throw pretty well. Turbulence, redirects, incoming projectile, that doesn't matter. Tornado, guess she can also catch pretty well. So she's, yeah, I'll put her B tier. All right, I guess this is our tier list. So keep in mind, this is not ordered. Honestly, this is kind of hard to rank because there's like some, I guess, technicalities. It's hard to guess how interactions would actually work with a baseball, but you know, I try my best. Let me know what you guys think. This is just a little something silly to do, a little something fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the discussion, and I'll see you in whatever I decide to do next. If you have any video ideas that you want to see me do, just let me know, because honestly, I'm just grinding on Warframe right now. A lot of grinding. Anyway, I'm going to sleep now. See y'all later.